Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not.
Greetings, gentle viewers! Because of some shit involving an otaku and a short fat guy, I've been told that I have to review Thomas and the Magic Railroad or my universe will crumble and my reviews will fall to the dust and die and fuck that. So instead, I'm reviewing Aftermath, a film that the brows held high guy was too much of a pussy to even sit through.
I have fucking standards.
Sure you do, Ken Park boy. Aftermath begins in a morgue. Such a beautiful example of the morgue aesthetic. Check out those freezers. The music is... Minion, I notice you're showing Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Stop it. So we're in a morgue where all great romances begin, and two morticians perform an autopsy on a couple of bodies. The dialogue's a bit unmemorable, as no characters actually say anything. Minion, you're still showing Thomas.
I'm sorry, mistress. The Anti-Otaku was forcing me to.
Forcing you? Have you forgotten what I can do with an egg whisk?
No, mistress, but the Anti-Otaku has two of them.
Bastard! So they cut and cut. The special effects are amazingly realistic. Well, they would be if people who are being autopsied could bleed. It's all doubly amazing because the film was incredibly low budget. I could make all sorts of comparisons to Guinea Pig's Flower of Flesh and Blood, but I fear the minion wouldn't put the correct clips up.
He who stumbles around in darkness with a stick is blind, but he who sticks out in darkness is fluorescent.
Oh, how right I was.
That wasn't me, mistress.
Who was it? The Anti-Otaku? Pray tell how he managed to hack into our network. He has like 5 fans, while we have like 7.
I don't know, mistress. You should talk to the...
Finish their sentence.
You should talk to the tech minion.
Go get him. So the autopsy's done silently and they shy away from nothing. A lot of people who have seen this scene came away thinking that it was a real autopsy. Although the blood isn't realistic, the rest is. And like that scene from Men Behind the Sun, you're never quite sure whether the autopsy was real or not. Have we got a clip from Men Behind the Sun?
Yes! Oh, I could totally seduce any homophobe with that role.
Okay, so we're in a Gamers 2 Darkness Rising mood then, are we? When watching the autopsy, it's just you, the doctors, and the bodies. No dialogue or cuts away to spare you the sight of the slicing up of another human being. It's a little sexy, to be honest.
Mistress, the tech minion says that the Anti-Otaku is using his hacking abilities to hack into our system.
What hacking abilities? His ability to be fat and unattractive?
I believe so, yes.
So one of the morticians leaves for the night, leaving his friend alone with the cut-up bodies and a third, non-cut-up body, who's an attractive young woman.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo.
Oh, a clip that worked.
You can't use a lightsaber! It's not even the right system!
And we're back to Gamers Darkness Rising.
Mistress, why don't you just kill the Anti-Otaku until he fixes our system?
That's a good question. He thinks he's hurt me, but Thomas is too uninteresting to hurt me. I reject his film and I substitute my own. But when the time is right, when he thinks that he is free, I will have him brought before me, and he will leave a changed man. So the mortician decides that doing his job really isn't worth it, even late at night when he'd get overtime, so he instead decides to begin feeling up her cold, stiff, rigor mortis flesh. It's much hotter than Thomas and the Magic Railroad. So deciding that he's gone an inch so he might as well go the mile, the mortician decides to stick his other scalpel in.
This is bad comedy.
Minions, Will someone please talk to the tech minion and let him know that if he doesn't fix this very, very, very soon, I will sever his Achilles tendons! So yes, very graphic and realistic looking sex between a man and a hot dead body.
As if killing the bard impresses us.
You shall never obtain the mask of death.
That was supposed to be a clip from an episode of Urban Gothic where this girl discovers that the guy she loves is fucking corpses, so she kills herself out of grief, and then wakes up as a conscious zombie, starts dating the guy, and then discovers that he's dating other corpses on the side. It's called necromance. Check it out. So, sex, it's very bloody, which means that it's good. Which is weird considering she's been in the freezer. Oh well, and having shot his wad, the guy decides that enough is enough. Now, will he continue with his job and cut up the body for autopsy? Nah, sort of. Taking his time, he cuts open her chest and removes her heart. I should probably point out that since there's no spoken dialogue in this film, both these morticians would be in trouble for not taking records. Nah, fuck it. Back to the necrophilia / autopsy / necrophilia. So in a move even less realistic than my loss against Squirrel Girl. Damn you, Squirrel Girl! I will have my vengeance. You and your chittering hordes have not seen the last of me! He decides to take her heart home with him, and...
Mistress, the tech minion says that control will come back to the computers once you've finished the review. Apparently it's a very special virus / hack that, does not exist outside bad sci-fi movies. And also, there's apparently going to be very strange side effects outside the equipment.
What sort of side effects?
He didn't say.
So he takes the heart back with him and feeds it to his dog. Which says a lot about the Spanish, really. And review over. Why is the play still fucking up?
I think they mean you have to finish Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Minion, do you need your skin?
I think so.
Too bad. Oh, what nice curtains she'll make. Now, Mr. Anti-Otaku, you never told me how long this review has to be. Thomas is a tank engine, even though he can't blow shit up. The film would be a lot funnier if he could. Alec Baldwin, for an hour and a half, replaces his brother Stephen as the official brain-damaged Baldwin brother. There's no fat controller, even though that scary-looking paedophile Winston Churchill lookalike motherfucker was the only reason to watch the show. There's no Ringo Starr voiceover either. George Carlin was great, but he shouldn't have been let anywhere near a kid slow about fucking trains. And Mr. Anti-Otaku, I will get your head and I will insert it into your own ass, and you will like it, because if you don't, I will do much, much worse. Fuck you! Everything seems to be working now. Excellent. Rape! Excellent. I'm the Amanda Hagan, and the fat otaku is gonna have to live with that for a finite amount of days.